Bonjour, je m'appelle Jean et je suis ici en Bruxelles depuis 2 ans.
Hi, I'm David, and I've lived here in Brussels for 5 years.
Lord, I know she's waiting, just anticipating all my love.
Hi, my name is Ivy. I'm an American citizen, and I've been in Belgium for 5 years now.
Headline news, I'm Bobby Batista. First Lady Nancy Reagan will enter the hospital this afternoon to be tested for
This is the Armed Forces Network. It's broadcast from down at Shape, where my father works, and it's basically American shows. And if you put up an antenna, anybody can receive it.
Anybody?
Anybody. If they have the right television, they have to have a certain frequency. The last place I lived was Washington, D.C., and we moved here because my father was transferred with his job. Taffy, you want to go for a walk? Come on. This is the American ghetto. It used to be, when we first moved here, a lot of Americans used to live here. But then a couple years later, they all got transferred and a new group came in, and so now there aren't as many Americans.
How would you describe Belgium to a friend in the USA?
I'd say that it's different. The people here have a different attitude, a different lifestyle. They're more open, I guess. They're more liberal, and they treat teenagers like us more like adults, whereas in the States they treat us like kids. They don't give us any responsibility or a chance to prove that we can do something.
Belgium, is it a republic or a kingdom?
Belgium? I don't know. I know there's a king.
What's his name?
I don't know. Hi. You feel like going shopping? So how about I show up in about 15-20 minutes? Hi, you ready to go?
Okay, yeah.
Bye. Bonjour. Bonjour. Here it is. Attends, madame. Abaisse la veste qui va avec ça.
Oui, j'ai des ensembles ici.
I don't see many Belgian people. I meet people at school and for sports and out at night, and they're mainly Americans.
Vous voulez l'essayer?
Oui.
What don't you like with Belgians and Belgium?
Basically their attitude towards Americans. They sort of decide how we are without really talking to us first, and they don't really give us a chance. I admit some Americans can be really loud and obnoxious and rude, but there are some of us who would really like to get to know them, and we just don't get a chance because they figure we're typical Americans, and they just don't talk to us.
I'm from the United States, and being here in Belgium is kind of involuntary. My father works for NATO, and he brought me here. Well, Belgium is surely different than the United States. First of all, they speak a different language. And of course, I mean, we have to change the way we live, Americans, a little bit. We have to learn to interact with Belgians in a way. Usually I'm never bored though because I have a lot of homework what I'm doing, but for boredom I usually come here play my drums, either that or I go play football.
I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, and my father works for the American Soybean Association, and he was transferred here, and his job is here, and he travels around Europe, and the headquarters is here in Brussels. To tell the truth, before I moved here, I had no idea where Belgium was. My parents told me it was in Europe, and that's about all I knew about it. I was more concerned about accepting into our school, being accepted into our school, than meeting the new people, than meeting the Belgians. The Belgians, they know we're Americans, and I realize that, and so I don't, I try to speak French, but when I speak French, they always answer in English, so I don't really. I like going downtown here on Saturday night. In the States, you don't go downtown or anything like that. You just hang around with your friends, like at someone else's house or something like that. I wouldn't want to live here for the rest of my life. I'd rather move to the United States and live there because I feel it might get, rather boring living here for 30 or 40 years. Belgium TV.
Oh, thank you. Now he's coming back to do the same to you. Jump into your sunbath, pick, hooray. The sun has got his hat on and he's coming out today.
Do you feel integrated in the Belgian society?
As much as I can be going to an international school, if I was going to a Belgian school, I think I'd be more integrated into the society. But the fact that I'm separated from actual Belgian students my age keeps me from really becoming part of Belgian society.
Birds and the bees know, the flowers and trees know, the sun will step out from the clouds.
I'd like to go back to the US for college, and then I'd like to get some sort of job that I can go all over the place, any country, just move with the company. Just go international, if not Belgium, some other country. But I would like to come back and visit sometime.
Go! Go ahead. Good job, good job. And out, and out, and out. Good, good, good. Keep coming, keep coming.
Well, I've seen many Belgians come to our games and be very interested in it, but I've heard that acquiring equipment over here in Europe is very expensive for one, so if they had a chance to get the equipment, I think it'd be very successful. They're very interested.
Set. Go. Seat roll, make another tap. Seat rolling up. Seat roll and go. Roll on your butt, on your butt, on your butt. Be quick, be quick, be quick, be quick. Too slow, too slow. Quicker, quicker.
We're much a group. I think the American community is very much together. We're not spread out at all. So you'll see, like Saturday, you'll see a major American event where all the people come out. We're very much a big family, like.
Go. Good pop, good pop. Go.
I do watch news. The United States positions in politics interest me very much, and what's going on right now with the United States and Iran.
Right. Set. Go. Good. Set. Go. Good.
And I know the conflicts between the French and the Flemish, and the general types of things. It's been going on for a long time, from what I understand, and so I think they should be able to solve it. But I, don't see any, immediate solution or anything. It's not. I don't think the American presence is that strong. I mean, I'm not sure how much the Europeans like the Americans being here, though. They don't seem to, I see like protests against, American missiles and stuff like that here. And so I'm not really sure how Europeans feel about us, whether or not they like us here.
Belgium, is that a republic or kingdom?
It's called the Republic, I believe. It's a socialist government, and I know they have a king, and I don't think the king is very powerful compared to, a prime minister or president. I know the prime minister of Belgium is the most powerful man here.
What's the name of the king?
The king is Baudouin.
And prime minister?
Prime minister, I really can't tell you his name right now.
Okay.
I think most Americans living here couldn't tell you who the prime minister is.
It was great until they made me wait.
What is Europe? To me, Europe is beautiful. It's a different place in the United States. It gives me something different than anybody other American knows, and it's just a different experience.
The future of Europe, depending on whether the Russians decide to take over tomorrow or not, it'll be around for a while. If the countries could get along a little better, maybe just help each other out when they have problems, it could be better. But at the same time, it's not doing too badly.
Yes, I'm proud to be American.
Yeah, I'm very proud.
Sometimes. It depends on what the situation is. In a way, I'm not really an American anymore because I've been away from there for 5 years. And so I go back there and I see the difference between me and Americans.
And what is to be American?
To be American, it's to be proud to be an American, for one. To represent your country, I don't know, to be American.
And America is much, like from California to New York, is much more broad than from Spain to Yugoslavia in Europe. I think the whole United States is much more diverse than all of Europe. And so you can't really say what is
You missed me.